What's going on YouTube? It's Jetty Tesla coming back at you guys with another video. And I know yesterday I missed the daily upload, but I was very busy yesterday. I was working on my other social media platforms. I was live all day. So if you guys do watch my other social media platforms, you do know I was live all day. But if you read the title of this video, it's my 5 dislikes about Tesla. And it's gonna be specifically the 2024 Tesla Model 3 Performance. As you guys can see, it's right here. 2024 Model 3 Performance. I've had a few things done to it, like PPF, red accents to match the brake calipers. I've redone the rims. I tinted the headlights and the backlights, and I tinted the windows. Full, including the windshield. But that's basically everything I've done on the outside, other than like the roof racks and simple stuff like that, the mud flaps and just little stuff like that. But let's get right into the video. So first things first, that I did not like about my 2024 Model 3 Performance. The stock rims. Despite how nice these stock rims are, these rims, when I'm going low speeds, you can really hear this click noise. So you can hear these aero caps, and if you don't believe me, and if you have this same car, roll down your windows and drive like 3 miles per hour, like 4. You don't have to drive too fast, because once you start getting faster, you don't hear it no more. But when you're going like 3 miles per hour, 4 or 5 miles per hour, these wheels clicked. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it was embarrassing. It was sort of embarrassing when I would go through the drive-through and I would hear the clicking, but the clicking noise did start to dampen down, like the more miles I put on the car. Like, I feel like once I broke after 3,000 miles, I feel like the clicking noise sort of went away. But it was sort of embarrassing to have a brand new $60,000 car and everyone's looking down at the rims like, what's that clicking noise? But they obviously didn't say anything, but I know what they're thinking when they hear clicking and then they look down at the rims. Pretty obvious, man. But that's the first thing. Now let's get into the second thing that I do not like about the 2024 Model 3 Performance. All right, so let's go right into it. And it's gonna be, let me turn down the music. It is gonna be, I know you necessarily don't have to use the shifter in the car, but they could have at least made this shifter like not as cheap. Like, look at this. It's just like you could just feel like the give a little bit, and it's just, I wish it was just more solid piece. But it's not actual buttons, so like if you put the car in park, well, it's not gonna work right now because the car is not on, but it's not real buttons, and it just sort of feels cheap. Like, even pressing the lights, like, I wish this was like metal or some type of stronger plastic that wasn't so movie or pushy. It just doesn't feel right with the feel of the car. I would have much rather like this type of material, like not even have to be metal, like whatever this stronger plastic is. I think they should have went ahead and used that, because in my opinion, this is just a way better feel compared to this cheap like plastic. But you don't normally press that ever, other than the lights, unless you need your hazards, because everything, when you shift, it's all on the screen. You just go up and down right here. So yeah, that's the second thing I do not like about the Tesla. All right, guys. So I know it may start sounding like it's a little bit nitpicky. There's not a lot of things that I don't like about this car. I honestly really love this car. It was honestly hard for me to find 5 things to even not like about this car. That's how hard it was. So the rest of this list is very nitpicky. I feel like the rims and this plastic piece is definitely a complaint, and I think those should be fixed within the newer models coming ahead. but that's what's gonna happen when you get a brand new. So this car was refreshed for 2024. So basically, they did everything brand new. So it's gonna happen when you get the brand new model of the car. You know, there's gonna be things that they're gonna have to work out. They're gonna have to debug these certain things, but don't make that like make you stray away from buying a 2024 Model 3 Performance, because it really is hard for me to find things that I do not like about this car. All right, so the one thing I do not like is the horn. They should have added a real horn. They should not be using the car speaker. There is an outdoor speaker. If you have a Tesla, you know you can play music outside of the car. So if you come into here, you can play music. So play current media. It's called Boombox, and you can play music from outside of the car, basically. And here's an example. I could play current media, and it's playing outside, as you guys can see. But when they made the horn, I guess they decided that speaker should be the horn. And I'm gonna be real with you, it sort of gives me clown horn vibes. I feel like if this is a sports car, a more sportier car, you know, that's gonna attract a lot of men, you know, you need a manly horn. Don't give me this little boy at horn. And like, I'm just being honest, like, it's just, it sounds like a Honda Fit. Anyways, another thing that I do not like about the 2024 Model 3 Performance is I do not like that they did not add these lights stock. It's literally a plug and play. When I bought the lights from the Tesla website, all you had to do was literally plug it in. So why couldn't they just make this stock? Like, there's already so many companies that do this stock with their cars. They add that light right there, which in my opinion, it doesn't make sense for me to have to do it myself, especially if it's a performance model, they're top of the line. I feel like they should just add that little feature just because, like, it honestly looks so much cheaper without it. And I also bought the ones for the Model Y. So I haven't installed them yet, but this is what it looks like. It's just nothing. There's the light down there, but you can't even really see it. As you guys can see, it's just nothing, and it's very plain compared to that, which is very sleek, smooth. They could even just do a simple, like a very simple T or something along the lines, but I don't know. That's just my honest opinion. So what was that, guys? Was that 4 things so far? So I said I didn't like the rims. I didn't like this plastic piece. I didn't like the lights. I didn't like the horn. So that's 4 things I do not like about the Tesla. And honestly, those 4 things are just very like, you know, it's not very a deal breaker for the car. It's not very big deal. My English is not Englishing because I cannot express how this car is to you guys. This car is amazing. It's hard for me to even find something to complain about, and I'm just trying to relay that to you guys. This is not a complaining video. So if you're a Tesla hater and you want me to say something wrong with the Tesla or find something bad, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing bad. There's the little things. And the last thing I'm gonna say is I wish the blinkers were just a little bit different. I wish they were a little bit more spread apart, or one was on this side, one was on this side, because sometimes when I'm cutting up legally in Mexico, I accidentally press the wrong blinker by just pressing in the middle. And, you know, it's easier to do than you think, because at first I didn't think I would ever mess up. I was like, oh, this is so cool. When I first got it, I was like, that's so cool. It's so nice. It's so like, you know, it's so new, you know. I'm always so used to having the stocks in the back, so it's just so new. And I love it, honestly. So I don't think they should change it. I don't think they should get rid of this feature. I just think they should revise this feature so it's just a little bit easier to click and not make that mistake, if you guys know what I'm saying. And other than that, there's nothing wrong with this car. Other than those 5 things that I could barely even talk about, because there's nothing really wrong with this car. This is an amazing car. For the value, you're not gonna get a better car than this. 60,000 price point. Mercedes, you're not gonna find a better car. BMW, you're not gonna find a better car. For 60,000, and that's without incentives. So if you add on the incentives, you're not finding a better car for the value. Audi, you're not finding a better car for the value. Honda, you're not finding a better car for the value. And that's just being real. Not Toyota either. There's just not a better car for this price point, for this speed, this performance, for this price. So that's why I really don't have no complaints. $60,000 car, that's a freaking beast. I went to the track, the drag. I was knocking out 80,000 plus cars. So, you know, this car is really a beast for what it is. And, you know, I have no complaints. I love this car and I'll buy another one. So that's my opinion. And if you guys like it, you could like the video. If you don't, then I'm sorry about it. I just really can't find anything wrong with the Tesla. And if you have anything wrong that you experienced with your 2024 Model 3 performance, let me know in the comments and I'll let you know how I feel about how you feel. And yeah, we can go from there. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a little. Peace.